Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another movie review with your boy GorTheMovieGod, that's me, and I am here to talk about a little movie called Child's Play. This is the 2019 remake of the classic 1988 movie of the same name, directed by Tom Holland, written by Don Mancini, and this one is directed by some guy, written by some people, and it's a remake, so set your expectations pretty low because usually these are not very good. But you know what? I was actually looking forward to this because not only is this movie a thing that's in theaters, we haven't seen a Chucky movie in theaters in like 15 years, so that's kind of cool. But Don Mancini, the original creator of Chucky, is still making his own stuff. Now, I know there's a lot of legal issues and he kind of got screwed by Orion, I get it, but to look ahead, I'm looking ahead right now, to the future, I see a beautiful TV show that Don Mancini's working on for the Sci-Fi Channel based on Chucky, and I can't wait to watch it. And we also get this little thing in theaters that won't ruin a legacy, I don't think, at least. I know some people are a little crazy and they'll say, it ruined the legacy of Chucky the Killer doll, okay? But this little movie, it's not going to do that, because it actually is, in my opinion, pretty good. I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. Don't get me wrong, I do like the Don Mancini version way better. I like pretty much every Don Mancini movie more than this one. Maybe not as much. I probably like this one more than Seed of Chucky. I do enjoy Seed of Chucky, but I could see a lot of the faults and a lot of the stupid shit in that movie, and stupid shit in like a bad way, not in a good way. There's a lot of good stupid shit in that movie. There's a lot of bad stupid shit too. So I was looking forward to this. I thought the trailers looked pretty fun. Mark Hamill as Chucky, that's great. Aubrey Plaza, I like Aubrey Plaza. I thought she was really good at Ingrid Goes West. And of course she's been in a bunch of other stuff, but that's really the only movie I saw. Well, that's not true. I saw Bad Grandpa. Oh no. Oh, Dirty Grandpa. I'm sorry. Bad Grandpa's the good one. I'm sorry. Dirty Grandpa's the bad one. Robert De Niro. I don't know. I can't. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But I was looking forward to this. So I enjoyed it. Let me tell you why. Alright, so Child's Play, the 2019 remake, has a lot of good, positive elements to it, I think. Mainly, one of my favorite parts of the movie is that it is a different movie than the original. It is a different origin story for Chucky. The characters, Andy, his mother, the detective character, they're all different characters. I mean, they have the same names, but they're different characters. You know, even Andy, look, Andy's not like a 5-6-year-old kid this time. He's a 13-year-old kid. He's deaf in one ear, at least in one ear. I believe in one ear. And the mother is like, she's like really too young to have a child that's 13, but, or at least she looks like she's too young, even though in real life Aubrey Plaza is like, I don't know, 35, so it makes sense. But in the movie, people even comment on that, like, whoa, I thought you were the sister, holy crap. And like, Andy's a completely different kind of kid. He has no friends. He likes to stay on his phone all the time. So it's cool that there's a bunch of differences in this, but it still feels like a Child's Play thing. You still have Chucky the doll who goes around killing people. Of course, Andy's like, Chucky's doing all this shit. Everybody doesn't believe him, obviously, because he's a doll. So I mean, it's still a Child's Play movie. It's still a remake, but they change enough of it, especially when it comes to Chucky himself, the killer doll. Of course, in the original, it was Charles Lee Ray, this psychopathic serial killer that does voodoo stuff. You know, he works with voodoo. He knows voodoo because of this one guy he met, I guess, that he learned it from. You see later in that film, that guy. So he actually uses voodoo before he dies to transfer his soul to that one of the Chucky dolls, one of the good guy dolls. In this movie, it's just a robot. Chucky is a robot. He's not even named Chucky at first. His name's just Buddy. Buddy is just the doll brand name, I guess. And he gets Andy gets this doll, and at first Chucky's cool. Chucky's just, you know, hanging out with Andy. He's his best friend. You can tell Chucky actually does want to be his friend. You can tell Andy is actually really liking this doll. And then some bad things happen. Let's just say the mother has an abusive boyfriend, and Chucky don't like that. Andy gets messed up by the abusive boyfriend, doesn't like that, and then bad shit happens. Chucky watches a little bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and he wants to go and murder some people, which I totally understand. I like that movie, but compared to the first one, I mean, what the fuck? Really? Really? You're gonna go silly, goofy, over the top in the second movie? The first one's so good, you're gonna ruin it by going goof-ass? Don't get me wrong, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'm the Lord of the Harvest. I love that movie. Don't get me wrong, I do. But anyway, I really like the changes. I really do. And I like Chucky's origin story. One thing I don't like, though, about Chucky in this new movie, actually two things, but the one thing I want to get to is his design. I don't like the way he looks. I really don't. I'm really just talking about his face. Everything else is fine. The hair, the costume, all that stuff. It's perfectly fine. But the face, every time I see his face not moving or even moving, I'm just like, just something weird. It's like his head's too big and he's just weird looking. I just don't like it. He looks like the Matt Damon doll from Team America. And every time I look at him, I'm just like, I just don't want to see you. You're so strange. There's a couple times where it does something kind of cute, and I'm just like, okay, you're winning me over a little bit. And you actually kind of feel for Chucky at times. You're like, okay, he doesn't understand. I get it. But there's just something about his design of the face that I just don't like. And I'm not the only one. I know that. The other thing I don't like about Chucky is, even though I really like his origin story, and I like what they did with the changes, I don't like how they explain why he starts killing people. Not that I don't like it. I should say I kind of like it, but I also kind of don't like it. So it's like a mix. I kind of like it because it's funny. I do find it funny that he just watches Texas Chainsaw and he misinterprets some of the kids when they say, like, I want this person out of my life. He misinterprets a lot of things, so he thinks, oh, I should get rid of them by fucking cutting their face off. But which is alright. For a horror movie, that's pretty funny, in my opinion. So I like it in that aspect, but when you go to it being a remake of the original, it's not a good enough excuse. You know what I mean? In the original, it made sense. You know, he's killing people that Charles Lee Ray knew in the past. He wasn't killing just... I mean, he was also killing random people, but it wasn't just random people, you know? Here, it's like, alright, he kills one guy that makes sense why he kills him, and then another guy's just like, okay, why do you kill that person? And then another character, I'm just like, okay, and then he starts killing a bunch of people, and then I'm like, I don't exactly get why, okay? He's going crazy. I get the beginning scene tells you kind of why, but not really. I don't know. It's just like, it was a little weird to me. But besides that, there are a lot of really good positives of the film, for me at least. One thing I really like is the humor. Like I keep mentioning, like, oh, even though I don't really like how they explain Chucky being evil and wanting to kill people, I do still find a lot of that stuff funny. They just watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and all that stuff. It's funny. There's a lot of dark humor, which I appreciate. There's one scene at the end where, let's just say involves a guy spewing blood at something, won't say what, that I thought was fucking hilarious. I thought it was really, really funny. So that was really cool. I really like the dark humor. Me personally, I just like dark humor, so that works for me. I also, even though there's not too many kills, which is another negative, there's not too many kills. You get like 3 main ones, and then you get a couple of really quick ones at the end, even though there is that funny one at the end, which I thought was cool. But you don't really get too many like major kills. The first major kill is gruesome, funny, very, very violent, and I like that. The second one was really good as well, and then the third one was kind of like, okay, I'm glad that character didn't die in a really gruesome way, because I like that character, but it was still like, it was a knife. And let's just say, it was a knife to the heart. It was fun, don't get me wrong, it was a whole fun sequence, but it wasn't brutal. Another thing I liked, though, is Mark Hamill. I thought Mark Hamill was fantastic as Chucky. I thought he did a really good job of playing a doll that is for kids. You know, he has that kind of like, okay, Andy, let's have fun. But even when he goes evil, he still has a teeny beanie, what the hell? A teeny weeny bit of that in there. You could still hear like, okay, Andy, but he sounds much more sinister. He's even messing with Andy at times, just like screwing around with him by using all the electronics in his house and stuff. Because that's the whole thing about this Chucky, is that he can use all the electronics in your house because he can connect to them through the Wi-Fi. So you could screw around with the fridge or the TV or the thermostat or whatever. So it's kind of fun when they get to the technology aspect. But yeah, Mark Hamill was really, really good in this film. I really liked him. There's even a song at the end of the movie, which I did a reaction for a couple days ago. Check that out. There's a song at the end that's just beautiful. I love it. It's so good. And you know what? Even though I didn't really talk too much about this, I do like some of the major changes. Like, I mean, I mentioned that I like that there is changes, but some of the major changes I do like, I really like the new cop character in this. He's the same name, but he's a different character. And I do like the new characters they put in there. Like, Andy makes some friends later on that are throwaway characters, to be fair, but they show up and they're fun. I like them. And even the detective character has a mother character who I really like. The detective is much more likable in this movie, I thought, than he was in the original. Not that he was hateable or anything. He was just like, he's a detective, man. Here he actually tries to form like a bond with Andy, which kind of happens in the original too. I felt it more in this. In my opinion, I really like that actor too, Brian Tyree Henry, I think his name is. Really good actor. So I like some of the changes. And also I like the puppet effects. Even though I don't like the face of Chucky, there are other buddy dolls that you see later on. There's one that's actually a bear. That I really like all the puppet effects whenever they walk, whenever they like actually stab or whatever. It's pretty good. I actually really like all the puppet effects. So they do a good job of puppeteering all these dolls. And even though the face looks messed up, all the motions and stuff that Chucky does, especially when he's walking around, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So overall, even though there are not that many kills, Chucky's face really distracts me. Some of the changes I didn't really care for, and the whole reason why Chucky kills, those are all definitely negatives. There are a lot of good stuff. I really like the humor, really like the characters, really like the acting, I should say. Not even just Mark Hamill. I really like Mark Hamill. But I liked Aubrey Plaza. I thought the kid, Thomas Bateman or something like that? Something Bateman. Gabriel Bateman, I think that's his name. He does a good job. Brian Tyree Henry, like I said. All the other side characters I really like when it comes to the acting. And I really, really enjoyed the kills and some of the changes. So overall, I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. So I would actually recommend Child's Play. I would actually say, you know what? You should go see it. It's fun. It's a quick 90-minute sit, and it's fun. And if you like the original, I don't think you're gonna hate this one. So I'm gonna give it a 28 out of 40. I enjoyed it. So go check it out. It's fun. It's a fun little movie. Has problems, sure, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a killer doll. I mean, just go ahead. Go have fun. All right. Go see Toy Story 4 and then go see this, or go see this and then Toy Story 4. That might be a unique, I don't know, which one would be weirder? Would it be Toy Story 4 first and then Child's Play, or Child's Play then Toy Story? I guess Child's Play and then Toy Story would be a little, yeah, it would be, because you're already in that mindset, like, I don't trust toys. I don't trust toys. Then you see Toy Story 4, like, ooh, I can't be with this. I don't care about Bo Peep. No, she might kill me in my sleep. So, anyway, there you go, that's it. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.